This is TWiT.
Mark says we're going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on data centers. Mark Zuckerberg, we're spending so much on data centers that the $100 million I give here and there to get the best researchers.
Let me ask you a question there, Leo. Can I ask a question back to Grok? It happened so quickly, and supposedly is the best and biggest model, blah, 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 and he didn't really have the people to do it. It lacks credulity or credibility that he really built it.
So one of the things, this is that bitter lesson that we keep talking about. One of the things that there's some really interesting threads. Look, I'm not an AI scientist. I read as much and I absorb as much as I can about this stuff and try to understand it as best I can. But one of the things that seems to be the case is that this stuff does scale very well when you throw more resources, GPUs, CPU, power, memory. Compute. Okay. So you can take the same transformer technology as LLMs. We are making improvements. We've got now the mixture of experts, MOE, which takes multiple AIs and has them kind of make a panel that combine. We've got, reinforcement learning. We've got a lot of somewhat new techniques, but the fundamental transformer training is pretty similar. It's really about the number of tokens, about the size of the AI that you can build. It's about how much processing you can put behind it, the number of parameters and all of that. And that does seem to scale pretty closely to the amount of CPU and GPU throw at it. So I don't think he innovated particularly. I think he just built the biggest damn computer he could build. And he has enough money to do it. He saw SpaceX just donated $2 billion to xAI. This guy,
and he's going to take money from Tesla too to put it into, because that's where his power lies.
That's going to be difficult because Tesla's a publicly held company. Yes. SpaceX and xAI are privately held. They're effectively Elon Incorporated. So for him to move from
How would they go about doing that from Tesla to a privately held company?
If I were a Tesla shareholder, I'd be very interested in the answer to that question.
Plenty of things to be pissed off about. I think, couldn't you just buy a piece of it?
Well, that's what he did when
invest in it, right?
That's what happened when he merged X to xAI, right? It was effectively taking X and taking the money they'd raised with xAI and borrowing against it to acquire X. It's all a shell game, in other words. Again, the worst people. Hey, it's Leo Laporte. I hope you've enjoyed this little clip from our programming at twit.tv. For more, visit our website, twit.tv, or subscribe in your favorite podcast client. There's also a link somewhere down there.